Okie dokie. Welcome to the stream. Making sure that everything is up and running properly. We've got excellent bitrate this time around, and everything looks good to go. All right, today, welcome to the stream again. We're going to be looking at the Crownfall Collector's Cache, the first box. I've got all the treasures ready to be opened, and hopefully we get lucky and we get some of the more rare ones. We'll take a look at just the rare ones. We're not going to be looking at any of the others. And I've tried going into this as blind as possible for an organic experience. I haven't really even looked at these. However, I have seen like little glimpses and pictures of them popping up here and there. So this one's pretty rare, apparently. I might be getting it. I'm not too angry if I don't, but the wolf is pretty sick. The thing that I like to do with the skins in Dota is I like to combine a bunch of different pieces from different sets to create something a little unique, but sometimes they will end up looking like they all kind of belong to each other. That one not so much, but sometimes I like doing some pretty crazy looking builds where different pieces from different parts are either going to create something that stands out a little more, to create a little bit more of a spectacle,
Nighttime
or
is my time.
look a little crazy and mismatched like the Primal Beast one that I've got going on here. I like to showcase this one because it actually changes his skin color because I use the headpiece, but then all of the other pieces are actually from unique different sets. I feel like I'm going to change this one recently though because I saw there was a new back piece since last time I played, and it actually gives him a little fluffy tail and some like little glowing turtle spikes here, which allows me to change the arms and the legs to showcase an even greater spectacle of different pieces, which might be kind of nice. I just need to make sure I get that back piece, and maybe we'll do that later in the stream today, or maybe next time. But without further ado, let's go back and take a look at this set. I'm sorry, at this treasure. And yeah, the wolf looks pretty great. The weapon's amazing. Who knows if we'll actually get this one, so we're going to be looking at these now in case they do not open in the unboxing. Rares tend to drop an okay amount of time, though. I've been pretty lucky with those, so we'll see. This is absolutely incredible. Me gusta. We're going to... Hopefully we get this one, but I don't hold my breath for these kind of things because they are very rare. And even more rare, we've got this thing. Sometimes I actually end up buying extra treasures and just keep rolling and hoping that I get something like this. But with the ending of Crownfall and with the fact that my computer has been a little bit in the shop and everything like that, meaning it broke and I had to buy a new one, I'm just going to take the L on this and not completely FOMO myself. This thing is absolutely disgusting and hideous, but I see why people like it. I'm not too broken up by the fact that I would not be getting this, but I remember voting on this, and I remember seeing this in the sets to be voted on, and I decided that I was not going to vote on it, but I knew that everybody would love it because I know how people are. Anyway, well, let's get our first roll going. Okie doke. Let's see. I don't know if it's working on YouTube right now, and it is. Okay, cool. It is. All right, let's hit play or start. Okay, this thing is pretty interesting. It's like an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different things. This is supposed to be Nyx Assassin, glance value and all that. I think the part on here that stands out to me the most, believe it or not, are the legs. so that you don't see his nasty little bug legs. They're pretty big and bulky. I might be adding that to my set. So we'll see what I actually have and what pieces I have and what I might want to buy. And if you're in chat, how's the volume? Because I can always change that in case the background music is too loud. It feels like it went up again. I don't want it to be too loud for you guys, though. Oh, my master volume went down in the game, which I shouldn't do. I need to lower the music a bit. So there we go. Now that might be a little bit better. Okay. So we've unboxed it. No, we didn't. We unbundled it. Here we go. How do we like this loading screen, first of all? I like to add these to my shuffle if they're pretty great. This one's alright, actually. I kind of like it. Honestly, probably my favorite part of this entire set, because it's unique. The only thing that I don't like about the set so far is that it just seems like it's mixing too much. It's got this little headpiece that looks Japanese-inspired, but then everything else looks like mecha, but it doesn't really make sense to me. However, the set, regardless, is pretty badass, and it's a nice little spectacle. So here we go. Let's add this to the shuffle. And let's take a look at Nyx and see which piece we're going to be adding. So this is what he currently looks like, and you can see that the legs, these very bug-looking legs, stand out. I have a lot of other pieces that look pretty great as well. A lot of sets for this guy, but I am not going to be wearing the back piece if I don't have to, so maybe we can swap that out. Is it the miscellaneous that is the legs? Yes. So instead of getting... What am I currently wearing on miscellaneous? Oh, it's the butt. So... how do I cover up his butt now? Does this set provide that? Oh, so the back piece covers it all up. Okay, I see. Now in miscellaneous, what was I using before? Oh, interesting. I could put crab feet on him. I could double up on a back piece. I could triple on a back piece. Huh, I don't know if I like that. I could put wings on him. Horns. Interesting. So I'm trying to make him so that he has a unique piece from a whole bunch of different sets. I just love this crab face so much, I don't know if I'm actually going to ever want to change it. Yeah. Interesting. This does kind of screw up the system that I had going with the way he was designed, but I don't really see what I can add. Maybe I'll think about it and add something later. The claws might be great. Not really sure though. Okay, let's get into the next unboxing. I'll just leave him how he is for now and I'll think about it. Wasn't that amazingly excited about this one. Okay, so I do need to turn down my audio. It was just way too loud opening that. Okay. Oh, the music can be a bit louder, maybe? There we go. Audio is so hard to play with. Alright, what do we get? Templar Assassin. This one looks pretty good. Parts of it look good. I'm not sure I'm excited about the whole thing. I'm wondering how I can mix it in with stuff, so let's take a look. Alright, currently this is what Templar Assassin has equipped. I mean, those hands look great. What are they from? What I've got Faceless Destiny weapon, Whisper of the Temple Gates headpiece. I like that it's got a mask built into it. If I pick a different headpiece, I need to make sure the mask is built into like the shoulders or something. Personally, I prefer, which this one has. Okay, so do I pick these shoulders that are barely sparkly and simplistic? Or do I leave it with these amazing things? With little light trails going behind it. Yeah, Mantle of the Whisper Bond. This kind of clips. It doesn't look that great in comparison to Faceless Destiny armor, but I feel like Faceless Destiny was another piece that I had. Yeah, the weapons. So do I just add these new weapons so that I have more of a spread? They're just long sticks, long floating knife sticks. It's not as cool as like even this. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just buy this. Okay. Thank you. Okay, sorry, I had a little bit of an interruption. Wife had a question for me. Something about work, basically. Yeah, so here we are, trying to find a way to fit in something from this set piece. And I think the shoulders are the best, so if I do come back to it and think about the shoulders, maybe I will go with this. Personally, I don't like it when, like, heroes have, like, basically cleavage and stuff showing, which is the basic look for this character, so I try to cover it up. This skin does provide that, and it builds. So let's play with something here. If I put that on here, this is not necessarily the best headpiece either. I could get something else. As long as whatever I get doesn't clip. Okay. Now that's clipping with the back piece a little bit, so we could probably change armor, especially because it's clipping with this one. And we could change that to... Gee, I don't know. It feels like I'll need another piece to make this pretty good. But so far, this is actually kind of nice. I would need something else for armor to go down and change the entire bottom portion of the hero. Normally I like to buy other little extra things, but right now I think I have a marketplace cooldown because I changed the password. Yeah, my marketplace is on cooldown. Won't be able to add more cosmetics until 322, so I'm gonna have to wait basically 10 days or something like that. So this is pretty great with the shoulders, even though it's not as great of a spectacle as the other piece. But I think what I'm going to do is... You see how the basic model, even though this shoulder is great because it gives you something on the feet, see, the hero's just got like all this cleavage nonsense. And I like to cover that up if I can. I like to cover up the mouth piece. I like to cover up chests. I like my characters to be mostly armored. And they're not really given that as default. So what is this piece from? Faceless Destiny? And so is this armor. So it's kind of cheating using 2 from the same piece. Honestly, this is pretty great. What bundle is it from? This thing? Can't buy it by itself. I'd have to pay $13 to get this bottom piece, which I'm actually open to do. The only problem is I don't really play Templar Assassin that much. So for now, I'll just go with something pretty basic that kind of works. I do want to work in one piece. Like, it's the second thing I've opened, and I feel bad not working in something from the new piece, so I'll just do that for now. I got the new head on here. She is wearing a mask, so that's good. And the bottom, I don't know. Faction of the Feather Armor, or this one. This clips too much, otherwise I'd wear this one. Faction of the Feather. Okay. That is your new look Templar Assassin. Ah, it is not the best. It does clip as well. And this one clashes too heavily. That's fine for now. I'll have to come back and play with this here later. But this is fine for now. Equip. Here we are opening another treasure. Oh, this is such a great treasure. I am so excited about this one. Unbundle. How do I get to it? Well, I guess I just gotta go to Snap.
Smells like a battle cooking.
Okay, so her mouth is covered. I think the piece that I will use for him is this, or is the armor better? Do I like the armor? The armor looks pretty good. And for now I'll put him as the mount, but I know that there's another treasure coming up where I can change it out, because it's showing me right here, and it's probably one of the ones that I have purchased. Okay, yep, that armor is the best part. I mean, I could change something about her as well. But for now, it's fine. Okay. I'll try to speed it up a little bit. I just kind of got hung up on a couple of the starting Crownfall loot boxes. Marcy looks pretty great with this option. I kind of hate the little panda on the back. We're going to unbundle this. Hopefully the volume's working okay. I'll try to tweak it one more time. Audio, master volume down a bit. Okay. Okay. So Marcy has some interesting things going on with her treasure. Did I unbundle it? I think I did. My current look for Marcy is just basically a meme, because I found out how to make it so that she basically was just wearing a t-shirt. And I don't really have anything for her that's that great that I really care about. I mean, what do I have? I have this set. I have this set now. And which one did I miss out on? Oh yes, this little like Star Guardian Marcy, which would have been really cool to get, but I didn't want to spend too much money trying to get something for a character, for a hero that I don't really play as often as I probably should, because she is pretty strong. It just feels kind of bad. Her punching is so slow, and it just kind of feels bad. And then obviously her ult and everything, she gets to punch fast, but like the delays and time in between her bursts, it's not really for me. But as far as the skins go, let's get into it. Which piece could I add? The armor on the bottom is probably what I would change for now, or maybe the headpiece. I kind of don't like it. It's too weeb. But yeah, this armor is probably what I'm going to go with. And the head, I'll just put basic head for now. What is the back piece again? Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, now which PA is this for? It's for the... It looks like a different hero model. Yeah, it's the dude. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I have anything for that guy.
Unseen and unheard.
Persona.
Time to show them the true meaning of fear.
Yeah, okay, his mouth looks really dumb. I think that's the part people mostly don't like about him. So equipping all of these pieces is probably best so that people actually will use the persona. Calling it right now, at some point, they're going to give a persona and arcana. It'll be crazy if that happens, because it'll be so overkill, but it's probably going to happen someday. Anyway, this looks way better for him. So I'll just leave everything equipped. Pretty cool to get something for the persona, which I have not had before, so that's really great. Helping complete some collections and options. Oh, I was really hoping that was going towards a rare. But we get little Turtle Tiny, and all the different variations of his size. Okay, what I like to do with Tiny is I put a different look for each stage. I don't know if everybody does that, but let's unbundle it. And let's take a look at his loading screen. It's not that great. I'm not going to add it to the shuffle. Also, the ones that are bright kind of kill your eyes in the middle of the night when it scares you and pops up. Let's see if I want to add any of these or shuffle around his looks. Tiny. Oops. Heroes. Gotta go to heroes. There he is.
Sticks and stones.
So I got this guy from when he's a little baby guy. Palm tree better? No, palm tree is not better. I kind of want to just get the Christmas tree for him. Or maybe even this thing. I don't play Tiny very much. So I don't really value buying pieces that I don't really play very much. This looks great. Revert. Okay, so this size. This looks good for that size. I've got the cosmic version down here, which is great. This is okay. It helps me realize, like, oh, he's bigger now. The crab is kind of fun. This version, maybe leave him as crab. Bigger crab. Tiny turtle. Medium turtle, not that great. Bigger turtle is better. But I think I'll just want the tiny turtle. And then the small version can be crab. So we got something swapped up a little bit. We're using the tiny turtle now. Okay, that looks pretty great. Oof, Night Stalker. Oh my gosh, it looks so insane once it gets dark. I've never seen a body change that much, the whole body, when it gets dark. I don't think it normally does that, does it? Okay, so we're definitely going to use part of this. I'm wondering if only part of his body will change when it gets to be nighttime. We're going to have to test this out in demo. Unbundle. Okay, let's check out the loading screen. View and loadout. That's alright, it's pretty cool. This can be in shuffle, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, how do we get this? How do we get this? I don't really like the eyeballs on his body. So it's all opened. Okay, let's get to Night Stalker then. Heroes.
I'll feast tonight.
Okay, well, let me check something. I want to go back to the archive, Crownfall store, treasure. Did I get this? I think I got this treasure. Oh no, that's ultra rare. I never got that one. Yeah, but I got all of these. Okay, so it's back to this one. I want to see something again about this nighttime version. Okay, so that's the claws. Maybe, okay, the face does change, but the face actually looks pretty cool when it changes instead of being disgusting. Okay. Because his face usually looks absolutely disgusting when he changes. I think this is just what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's go into demo mode. Level max.
I remember the first day.
And
I burned the midnight
Prepare
oil.
for battle.
yeah, I mean, he just gets his mouth just opens a little bit. Before,
Comes the nocturne one.
his face changes red. It's just this blue thing before, and it's probably fine. If I don't have the animation on the portrait, it's basically fine. I like the headpiece the best, so we'll be adding that because I think this one, if I turn
From blackest night I come.
okay, once it turns nighttime, yeah.
Prepare for battle.
And if this is animated, it's like the mouth is open really big and it's going the incorrect direction and it's super like gross and like demonic looking and stuff like that. But there's also like a jaw on the bottom too, so it's really buggy and it looks kind of dumb. You see that, how there's a jaw on the bottom and on the sides? So it is better to change this headpiece. It looks way better. I do like the red effect that pops up on the back here. From this headpiece, but it's not the worst thing in the world to lose if it fixes that weird buggy mouth issue. Yeah, this new head is way better. And let's see his back. Oh, so the back is the wings. It's the wings and it's the armor. Okay, I see. So this is legs. And it makes those change at night too. Oh, this entire set is basically... It should be an ultra rare or something. It changes his whole body. This is one of the most involved we have. I'm so tempted to just make all of Night Stalker the same set. It's such a good one. But maybe I'll come back in and do it later, just to test it out and see how it feels in game. Maybe everything but the arms. I like using different colors for the hands, and then when I use the ability, it'll turn golden. So that's what I got going on here for him. If you didn't know you could do that, it's actually pretty great. Sometimes it bugs and it doesn't let you, but most of the time it does. Anyway, yeah, I absolutely love that, and you can see it here when it turns nighttime. His whole body turns red, and then he's just blue in the daytime. Interesting. This is 1/6 skin. It's so well designed. Anyway, let's see what's next. Meepo! Alright, so let's see. What does Meepo have? Looks pretty good. Just at first glance, so let's kind of see what we can play with. Unbundle and equip? No, just unbundle. I'm having a feeling that the best piece for him is literally just going to be the hands. I mean, it all looks great. He's got a fun little raccoon tail, I didn't notice that. But my Meepo, I like to keep him pretty basic looking.
Come out and play!
I got the mouth covered, which is what I prefer. I think that their mouth moving is a little bit awkward. I used nothing for his bracers. But the problem with this is if the bracers, it's giving me an arm piece that clips with these shoulders. So maybe the arms are still gonna ride as unequipped. The back. What are my back options? Obviously this. Let's look at the Immortal or whatever. This has some gems in it. I like the gems here. I like that it's from a different piece, and I like that it kind of combines and combos with what this looks like here. Oh wait, is that all part of the same piece? Oh, it is. It's part of the same set? Okay. Yeah, I guess I should have figured that. So maybe I should change the back. Where was the new piece I just got? This one? Okay, this gives me a fun little treasure chest or whatever this is that he carries around, but it does reveal too much of an empty, gross spot on his actual character model on his back. How come the shoulder disappeared? Oh, I gotta revert. This is why. Okay, maybe the back will look fine with my full set here. No, it kind of doesn't. It's kind of looks strange. Revert. Maybe. What are the shoulders? Nope. The tummy looks too exposed. Head, gotta leave it. Yeah, not gonna do this. What are my ability effects? Right now I've got the goggles, which are gonna make his earthbind thingies look different, and this makes his poof look different, which is great. So I don't need to wear them. They're just, the skills are just equipped here like this. Oh, maybe just the raccoon tail. Oh, and it gives him some pants. It kind of clips though, you see that? This is clipping anyway, it's just how he's designed. So he's just poorly designed. His little belt is clipping like that at all times anyway. Yeah, no matter what you put on him, it just clips. So the tail is the best. So he gets a fun little raccoon tail now, which is cool, I guess. Eventually I'll get some better pieces for Meepo. I like keeping him pretty basic looking though, and this kind of works with that. Hopefully I'll get some arms that could do something like maybe just put the jewelry on him, like is what I was hoping to happen, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Okay, let's go back. Alright, 5 more to open. Let's hope we get a rare or something. Ah, nope. Unbundle. I actually don't mind if we don't get the rare. Because then it will work for a different cache later on. Alright, got these unbundled. Need to go to here and get Grimstroke.
Blackest night, I come of this world, bind me no more.
Okay, so he's kind of cool already, but he could definitely use some improvement. So let's hope whatever I just got will do that for us. First of all, the brush, this red brush, is actually one of the better pieces because he should be painting. He should have a brush. It shouldn't be some other weird goofy weapon. It just shouldn't, because he's based on like Japanese scroll art that sorry if my mic was a little far away. It's based on like Japanese scroll art, like demon painters and stuff like that. So I'd like for him to be able to hold true to that.
I come
Oops.
to thee. My time comes.
The headpiece looks okay.
Comes to an end.
And the new one's not necessarily better. Yeah, I think the headpiece is fine, the weapon is fine, the armor could be better, so let's see what we just got. Oh, it's just the upper armor. Well, it makes him look pretty bulky. That might be fine, but it kind of clips with his arm here, so that kind of sucks. I was using this. Okay, Now the belt. The belt is probably... This has got to be the one we use. Yeah. To be honest, this belt is a little better because it is awkward to have these two long chains hanging here, and to even just see his dangly feet kind of bothers me. This kind of covers it up a little better. In fact, a lot better. And even though it doesn't quite matchy perfectly, it's the coloring on the belt kind of goes with his skin color a little bit, and it might tie it in a little bit. It might look a little awkward in game. I'm curious just to see it, so I'm going to do a quick demo on this one. And that looks fine. It does clip a little bit with the little chains hanging off the back because they're too close to the actual clothes.
Prepare for battle.
But this is fine. Okay. So let's go back into here.
Not this again.
And I'm going to play with the audio real quick just to see. Okay, the voice is here, the music is way up here, but the voices are still overpowering the music in the game. For this showcase, it doesn't work that great. Okay. Alright, we can get back into it with the heroes. And where'd the treasure go again? Oh yeah, it's over here. Crownfall, store, Cashe 1, view treasure. We got 4 more to open, we're almost there. Alright, we got ourselves Naga. This is going to be interesting. I'm curious as to see how she attacks when there's a shield equipped. I don't think I realized this. I remember voting on this one, but this one gives her legs. So her voice line, when she says that she can't feel her legs, it brings a new meaning to that voice line, doesn't it? I have almost every skin, at least tail, for Naga, so it's kind of cool to get more in this collection. I have a lot of sets for Naga that I can cycle through. So let's see. This gives her scales all over. It gives a pretty sick shield. I really like the shield. I hope it looks good for her attack animation. Maybe I'll give her a different weapon and the shield. Unbundle. Here we go. Heroes. Naga. Ooh.
Siren.
This is what I rolled with her last. It's pretty basic. Sometimes I like going basic. But in game it actually looks pretty good. And I think it helped with like not pay to lose, but like pay to win. Personally, with this model, it is a little tighter on Naga,
Prepare for battle.
and it makes her feel less imposing upon the enemy. They might focus you a little less.
Make a splash.
And also with like a juking and stuff like that, the smaller cosmetic model can actually help. Like if you know the tree setup,
So you say.
it can actually help you figure out the pathing a little better, just slightly. It's a theory I have, a slight edge, and the movement and the control just feels a little cleaner when it's smaller, especially with all these images that pop out.
No Slytherin may fail.
Anyway, let's take a look at what we get from her other pieces. We've kind of taken a look at it through the at a glance, but offhand gives her this shield. Equip. Demo. I want to see what this looks like. As far as the attack animation, because sometimes she attacks with both arms. I'm assuming it's going to make it look like she's attacking with the shield, which might be kind of dumb, but we'll see. Her movement looks kind of dumb with the shield, to be honest. Come on. Oh, yeah. She attacked with the shield just then. And again. And I think with crits, she'll attack with both. Oops. 6 months away from Dota, and I'm not the best at last hitting, so I'll make a mistake here and there. Even though it's kind of dumb looking, I kind of like it. It makes the hero slightly tighter in some ways. But let's see what else we can do with this, because, for example, the legs look really awesome. I always like seeing what the new... what do you call it? Well, this armor looks kind of neat. So the shoulders conflict with this. Oh no, it doesn't. Well, what is it? So when I put this on, I still see a little thing in the middle. That's probably coming from the headpiece. Are there any headpieces that cover up the face partially? That one does, but I don't have it. Maybe it's in the next treasure I'm going to open, like Collector's Cache 2 or something within the next few days. I'm not going to open them all in today, just we're going to do Collector's Cache 1 today. Yeah, no, this headpiece is going to be it, but it does cover up. So that chest won't work with what I'm going to be using, but it does look kind of cool with the scales that come up on the side of her body right there. But the tail, I want to see what that looks like without armor getting in its way too. It'll showcase it a little better. Yeah, and there you can see the legs within the tail itself, which is kind of cool. I want to see what that looks like top down from the in-game experience.
The song of war
Okay, now let's get an enemy. Naga.
Yes.
Enemy Naga.
Prepare for battle.
Yes. Indeed, slitherly.
Interesting.
Chase.
Well, I'll get rid of the shield, I guess, if I really like these, the leg here. It's kind of cool. To be honest, I like the blue legs, and I was really excited to play around with a fun little RP idea of her not being able to feel her legs when she says it, which she says often enough, and then, you know, she can't feel them because she's, like, stuck in them or whatever. Kind of cheating here, because this weapon is Eternal Geon of Hope, and the other weapon would technically also be from the same set, but I liked how they felt together as far as just like last hit attacking. For some reason, different weapons almost make me feel like I last hit attack better with, and for some reason, here's a weird tip, mentally, for some reason, these two weapons, I last hit way better with her. I just remember this from when I was playing. I last hit way better with these two weapons than I do with any of the other ones. So anyway, this is the new legs I'm going to use for Naga, I guess, at least for a while. I have tons of little sets that I like to use for her. Oops. Didn't mean to click that.
The great disabler.
But yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. And then when I do this,
Indeed.
it still looks fine. Gives a little color and less basicness to the hero, so that's okay. I don't really like the fluffies on the end of her tail, and I don't like how it clips with the ground sometimes. But it'll be fine for a little while, so I like that. Okay, we got 3 more treasures to go through for Collector's Cache number 1. If you missed any of this, I am showcasing different armor sets and seeing how they fit with different combinations of skins to really give a stronger showcase of what these treasures can offer you and do for your game and for your hero and your design, which is basically like dress-up doll inside of Dota. But we'll see what we get next. And Come on. This rare is the one we're looking at. Ah, there it goes. And Marita. Alright. I have some stuff for her, I think. Do I? She's one of the newer heroes, right? Moo.
You don't come for
No, I don't. I thought there was,
for you.
I thought I got something, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just remember voting on stuff and getting excited about it. Well, we have to unbox it. Bundle. Accept all. Oh, I should have just clicked, like, equip all. Because I don't have anything for her. Anyway, this headpiece looks great because it covers up her creepy face a little bit more. Gives her some hair. And you get this fun little, crow? No, is that the headpiece? Let's revert. So we'll do it one at a time to see really what each piece... I like the long hair. This is good. The hat's fine. It's a ghosty little hat. Back. Yeah. That's way better than this. Huge upgrade. Armor. Basic armor. Oh, this armor is going down into the legs. Okay. Basic. Not basic. Okay. Weapon. I kind of like her weapons, to be honest. Are these really upgrades? Yeah, they're bigger. Weapon 1. Can you do each weapon individually? It says weapon 1. As if you, at some point in time, maybe they'll let you do... Oh wait, is that just because I only have one skin option for it? Okay, but you know what? I think I'm just going to keep the basic weapons. Yeah. And this is kind of neat. I didn't realize that you'd be able to equip different ghost forms. For basic ghost form, are these like plants? Does the back change it? It would be way better if the different back you wore actually changed this. But it probably doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay. Miscellaneous. She looks like this versus this scary thing. Okay. And it forces her to use the guns from this set when you use this form. That's interesting. Even though I have the basic ones equipped. Instead of these, it auto-changes to the weapons from that set. It looks like there's another Marita skin coming up, maybe in Collector's Cache 2 or something, but we'll be opening those later. Not today, necessarily, but like next stream that we do for some cosmetics, Kahboomzie cosmetics, right? They did not make it easy to get directly back into this. This week they just changed. Okay, we got 2 more to open. Let's see what we got. Queen of Pain? Yep. Okay. I don't really like what I see at right away, just because I have so many Queen of Pain, like, you know, set pieces. But it's possible that something here will suit my fancy a little more than what I currently have. I'm a Quap enjoyer. I do not like the new facet changes. I do not like that Shadow Strike has been changed to not heal her automatically. This was my favorite build for the longest time. But it might not be the worst thing in the world, because she gets some overall, like, spell lifesteal or spell damage or something, so... But anyway, here we are. And I kind of don't like what I have equipped on her right now. But... because I like to switch it up sometimes. But the best thing is probably giving her the red dress instead of the blue one, so that it stands out better. And then I can give her the new hair. The new hair is pretty good, actually. Better than a lot of the other things, actually. They look kind of weird. This was fine. But to be honest, it looks too like I'm a runway model and I've got this weird, like, artistic hairstyle, and it's kind of bothered me. So this headpiece, surprisingly, actually looks great. It does clip with the dress. The dress is neat. I liked it because it gave something. It made Scream of Pain behave different. But, like, a different effect. But I don't really know if I want... I'd rather just, like, equip it here, like this, instead of wear it. So what other shoulder can I wear for her? This is the new dress. I don't like that it clips the tail. I don't like that at all. This one does not clip the tail. What is this from? The Rose of Ristoul's shoulder? What did I have equipped? Whoa, this looks weird. Gives her boots. This is what I'm gonna do. I like the little shoulder piece it adds here. It kind of flows with the helm a little bit. This is the Ristoul thing. What did I have before? I don't even know what I had equipped before. Was it basic? Which is basically nothing. It wasn't, it was something else. I mean, honestly, no shoulders looks a little cleaner. But I'll wear this. Equip. I want to see how the hair feels, how it flows when it's in game, so we'll do a demo. And I want to see if my Scream will actually be modified still, because sometimes it bugs. The hair looks stupid. The big mat of white hair does not look good between the wings as she moves. So maybe if I'm going to use a piece from this set, I'll have to pick something different.
Will they get a load of me?
Okay, it's blue. But do I want it to be red? Right now it's blue. Alright, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so the blue stuff comes out. Okay. Quit. I'll maybe change the hair and change the dress to see if the red actually just looks better. We'll change the head. Oh, what was I using before? This thing? Okay, maybe this hair is fine. Equip, and then I'll give it a different shoulder. We'll just do no shoulder for now. Or Rose of Ristoul. Might look kind of neat having these things hang down on the side. We'll see what that looks like. Oh. This comes from the same piece as the headpiece, I bet. Raven, yeah. Alright, demo. Okay.
How far are you willing to go?
I mean, that's fine.
Oh, yes.
That looks fine.
Prepare for battle.
Yoo-hoo.
Let's see what the... Yeah, it's red.
And I get mine.
I don't know how I feel. I think red looks a little better because she's blue now,
Swift.
because I got it upgraded. But before, I liked the idea of it being blue. This is fun.
Where does the
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this helm is fine. Which helmet did I used to use all the time? I think... Was it this one? This one for a while, but I think this one was the one I used for the longest time. Yeah. Well, I'll play with it later. We're getting down to the end of the video. We only have, I think, one more left. Is that all it is? Crownfall. Store. View treasure. And there is one left. Oh, what? There's a second style? Oh, gosh. Okay, I didn't see that. Second style. We'll just do it with the hair. Well, I don't think the big black mat on the back is going to look good either. I can't change the back piece. It's the Arcana and the clothes clip. They clip. Interesting that the clothes aren't changing. They're supposed to turn red. They do not. And legs. Oh. Oh, you get some legs out of it. So right now I've got these blood feather boots. So instead of high heels, I get covered up a bit more, which is nice. Maybe that'll be good. Cool. Well, there we go. Okay, so you get legs versus high heels. Wait, I have a taunt? Okay, that's dumb. Well, I've never had it equipped. Maybe because I don't like the way it looks. I kind of like the high heels, though. Well, I'll come back and play with it later, maybe. Oh, I have these. I got these as well. Like larger boots. Rows of wrist tool. I don't think I realized I got these way back when either. Never really clicked this. Equip. All right, well that's neat. I didn't realize there was a second style there. Ah, is there a second style on the boots themselves? I didn't notice. Okay, so no, just the legs do not have a second style, but other pieces do. Okay, last treasure. And it's another anti-mage? They had two anti-mage in the same collection? That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird. But okay. We'll see. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. That was Phantom Assassin. And the boy Phantom Assassin looks like anti-mage a little bit to me. That's what it was. Okay. Let's get back here. Let's go to Heroes. And let's do AM.
I fear no vile sorcery.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't feel any vile sorcery. Okay. Custom? Was it the persona? It was the persona. Do I have anything for the persona? Probably not, because I don't really care about it. Yeah, this was a rare one, I think. Or something. Ultra rare, maybe, who knows. So I guess now I get something for this persona. I actually do really like the weapons with the petals that fall off of it. I see that this is another treasure that's coming up. I like that it covers the face a bit. I might actually use this. I might actually start playing with female anti-mage instead of male. I don't play him that much either. But when I do, this is pretty cool. I want to see what the weapons look like in game, with the petals falling off of it and everything.
Together, we can bring an end to
Okay,
magic.
you kind of see it.
Let's move.
Here's the thing. When there's effects that trail behind your hero, it might be pay to
Prepare for
lose.
battle.
So let's see. Enemy. AM. Enemy.
I obey.
Right. Do we see... Oh, okay, the effect disappeared. It usually is supposed to do that, but I always get worried it won't, because basically like in like Warcraft 1 Dota, I don't remember it doing that for Terrorblade. It might have, but I remember always being concerned about that, thinking people are going to see where I go, you know. Quit. Okie dokie. Well, hopefully, if you're watching now, or if you're going to be watching later, you'll have enjoyed this small little showcase of some treasure in Dota 1. I'm sorry, in Dota 2, and hopefully, it gives you some ideas on your own customization for your own heroes. Rather than just looking at what these heroes look like, I like to go through and consider some of the customization options that I have and my thoughts and how I roll through it. This looks kind of silly. I haven't checked out this one in game yet, so I am curious to do that before I get out of here, because this is on my to-do list of heroes to maybe work through and fix. I think what I did is pretty okay, even though the head clips with the ribbon in the back
Prepare
there.
for battle.
But it still needs some work. Any others that I didn't look in game that might be something that I'd like to do? I want to see what this armor looks like for the back in game, because it's going to bounce around in a weird way maybe, and it might be pay to lose.
When Mortimer's around, you're all playing second
And
fiddle.
it kind of doesn't, actually. It's really
Four
bulky,
legs
though.
a-churning.
I might have to, once I open the next cache, I might have to play with this here a
Prepare
little
for
bit
battle.
in-game and
Like it,
see what
Mosey.
looks better. I mean, this mount looks pretty great, but maybe the other one will look even better.
I'll enjoy the ride.
I like that her voice has changed. It sounded like she was in space with this helmet on. Interesting. I don't like it that it shows her mouth, but maybe the voice change is better. It doesn't necessarily say it changes her voice, but maybe it did. It sounded like it did. I'll have to compare. Snap.
Smells like a battle cooking.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she sounds different here. But if I put just the helmet on and I throw her in game,
Snapfire!
yeah, she sounds different.
Sure.
That it sounds, her voice sounds a lot better actually with that helmet on. Crazy. Okay. I am super eager to actually open up all of the other treasures. I just got through all of the Collector's Cache #1 treasures. We've got Collector's Cache 2 coming up with this amazing undead skin and the Spirit Breaker skin. And I don't really know how I feel about the Rubik one. He's one of my favorite heroes to play. I play him all the time. Because he's a little challenging and it's always kind of a little different. So that's what I like. But this looks really cool. And then we also have the Winter's Horde coming up. And man, Dark Willow skins are also a fun one to customize. So that's kind of cool that we got this over here. I'm wondering if she will also sound like she's like in a space suit. This is a strange thing. Are they giving the Arcana to people plus like some modifications within the same basic look? Mecha Veno is neat. I might use a piece from this. He's one that I like to mix a lot of stuff from. I kind of do like I do that for all of them, but like I've had a lot of fun with the Veno ones. Shadow Demon, I probably should play him more than I do. I don't. He's so strong. But yeah, these are some neat looking pieces that I can kind of glance at and see. They don't really seem like they kind of fit all together. They kind of seem like mixed matched, but that doesn't bother me because that's what I do. Anyway. Stream looks like it's kind of bugged though. Like the Dota window is smaller now, but it's the end of the stream and we've been going through this for about an hour and 11 minutes ish. So I guess thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you got some insight, and hopefully you kind of saw some cool things, and hopefully this gets you interested or re-interested in Dota again, because Dota 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've been playing Dota ever since it was actually on Reign of Chaos. They had like some little steam tank hero that I loved, and I remember Ricky was in it and everything like that. So going from that into Dota All-Stars and Warcraft 3 TFT, into Dota 2 eventually, which I really held back on because I wanted to wait until Techies was released. Techies was released, and then man, they nerfed him to heck when they made him into basically a new hero. I was not the Techies player that just mined AFK. I did this really cool thing where I would it's kind of how Techies plays now actually. It was like battle Techies. I would blast off into them, I'd drop a mine, I'd drop a remote, I'd explode it immediately, and it would do like 900 AoE magic damage. That's insane. And then what was it, like 4 or 5 seconds later I could drop another one and just constantly drop these like 900 damage AoE bombs. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody really played him that way. They just kind of stacked him usually. I mean, sometimes they do this kind of thing in a fight here or there, but I was a beast at Techies. Hence my name. Kahboomzie. It's all inspired from my experience with Techies way back in the day, where I just do something crazy with the hero and my whole team would just start screaming kaboom in chat to the enemy, going back to Warcraft 3. And yeah, the ZIE at the end is there's a different reason for that, and maybe I'll be able to add that to some information in a stream at a later date, as you slowly get to know me as a new streamer. So thank you again for being here, and I'm eager to do way more of these streams. I actually might do another Dota stream later tonight to get another nightly news out there. So if you have watched this, or if you're watching this and you're curious as to what the nightly news might have, please check me out. I like to cover bipartisan viewpoints, looking at both sides of the fence and the news and this crazy world today, and information gather and try to question the motives behind people's actions and what people might be doing and saying, and really try to help us as a people, and maybe even myself, really just get to the bottom of what's actually going on in the world today, exploring all avenues of thought and regarding surrounding many topics. If that sounds interesting at all, please check me out. And again, thank you very much for being here, and have a great night. Peace. And may God richly bless you, my beloved. Have a good night. God loves you. Jesus loves you. He really does. He really does, no matter who you are. I feel like everyone needs to know